Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of AD&D Secret of the Silver Blades Remastered. We're doing an Iron Man run, pretty far into the game. Let's see, save H. I don't know if we say far, we're maybe halfway through. Alright, I need to go to level 10 of the mines again. Let me double check and make sure I've looked at everything. Looks like I got some things to deposit. Hey Jimmy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? No super pit scams here. That's right. No super painful. All right. That's stuff we want to keep, stuff we want to keep. All right, we don't have much to worry about depositing. Back to level 8, or I'm level 10. Let me see which direction I need to go. I took a note last time. Go east. I only did the south. All right. I need to get some golems out here. Rope. Straw. Rest 3 hours to construct them. Put the rope here. Save under I. Medusa? What if I flee here? No, we gotta do this fight. They're gonna be too far to hit with a wand of fireballs. So I'm gonna delay. Let's let them get a little closer. Use this necklace of missiles. Switch the sound to Amiga. Yep, I want that. Okay. That's still a little too far. Try to delay again. That's still what it is. Okay. Doesn't have much range. Hey, Hamedic, welcome in. How are you doing? Doing great here. And yes, we are having fun. We just started. As long as we don't get petrified. Okay, those two are guarding, so they already went. This one is not guarding. That's because they have holy water equipped. Medusa with holy water. How do you like that? Uh, Fireball. Let's see if it'll reach. Getting stoned makes the pain go away, right? You don't feel anything then, Ham says. That's a Moody Mystery joke. He used to say that one all the time. Jimmy snipered it down. No stone. Hooray. Okay, we got a scroll. It's an illusionist scroll. 2 illusionist scrolls. And a magic user scroll. Nice. Let's see what we found. Shadow monsters. And weird. I'll take it. So here's the deal. If I... Well, he's level 9 already. Yeah, even if I got him higher strength, he's still going to hit the cap to get penalty on the fighter. I was planning on giving him a girdle of giant strength, but I changed my mind since he's already level 9. He's already, even if I boost his strength, going to be hitting that limit penalty. But we're not that rich yet, Hum says. Oh, this is the game you have to spend a lot of gems in the well. Yeah, you don't have to, but you can. But all my extra money I dump into funds for my estates. It's a little strange that Twitch calls this D&D instead of AD&D. Well, it shows... Oh, this is the game? It just says Seeker of the Silver Blades for me. But yeah, that is weird if they don't have AD&D in there. More Medusa. And basilisks. Rope Golem doesn't care. He's strangling a giant spider. He'll hit himself right there. He'll bounce back. What about here? He'll hit himself there. Here he won't. can't tell right here because it's off the screen. So we'll just play it safe and do it right here. The game title is Dungeons and Dragons Secret Silver Blades. That's weird. Hey, Secondhand, welcome in. How are you doing? A plethora of everything. It is. Okay, Zomble. Right here. It was a weak fireball charge. That's what happens when you use a wand. Necklace of missiles, where are you? I thought you had it. Yeah, there it is. Four damage absorbed. Oh! Liverbest just got poisoned. Paladin. Hey, Burgermeister, welcome in. How are you doing? Cornucopia of rotten apples. Giant spider strangled. Any of these almost dead? That one is. Alright, we're gonna go in with our sword and dagger. Gems. Cast. Sticks to snakes. We need to neutralize poison here. Maybe too late. Unaffected. Yeah, he's dead. Liverbest took too long. Took too long to get our neutralized poison. Okay. So we need to go all the way back to town then. Oh, no, we don't. I have raised dead. Zomble. Get rid of Golem. So it's going to lose some hit points here. Yeah. 85 he has now. He lost about 10 hit points max. Okay. We got to get our golems again. Okay, I'll move up here. Okay. Yeah. More things to turn us to stone. Oh, these are face spiders. These are really nasty. -4 to saving throw. Plus, once they attack, you can't get them with weapons. Best I could do here. Maybe there. Thank goodness I have all these wands. One left. Oh, there is another one here. Strangle. Got it in a stranglehold. Oh, so many, so many, so many. Not get any closer. You have a staff sling somewhere. There it is. One basilisk left. No petrify. Nice. Oh, we're to the area. Image of a raving madman forms before you. More fools, it says. Your dedication is touching, sadly misguided. It will be amusing to see your destruction. Okay. Driders. Attack. Try to prevent them from casting. One of them's invisible right there. That is a great emote face, Secondhand says. Oh yeah, reminds me of the Jim Carrey film, The Mask. Yeah, it does. Absolutely. That one's enlarged. Destroyed his composite longbow. Haha. Destroyed his. He had a spare. Drider blinked out. Wow, they both had blink. Oh, they got protection from good. Can't hit them. Okay, well, all pike it is. Strider blinked out. If they'll blink in before the round's over. Doesn't look like it. Okay, magic user scroll. We like that. What else? Magic all pike. We already have a +4 on Jimmy, but I guess it could get destroyed at some point. So it never hurts to have more. Actually, I'm going to memorize read magic so I can find out what that is. That one's reduce. This one's confusion. Rary's mnemonic enhancer and Big B's forceful hand. We already know reduce. Just double checking on some of these. Got all those scribed. Raries. Yep, all those are scribed. Okay. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Order. I don't think there's anything in these. Incredibly dirty man huddled in the corner. He's one of the champions who sought to free the town from a monstrous scourge. The image is evil. Avoid it. The prisoner bolts out of the cell. Ooh. Riders and Medusa. Strangle and the Medusa. Nice. Cast Fireball. Oh, Covania lost his spell. That one had stone skin. Wow. That one's hard to hit. Potion of healing. Okay, it said the door closed quietly, so obviously there's going to be something in there to fight. Can aid one of the straw golems. Rare. Improved invisibility. Protect the portal. You think? Whole bunch of invisible. Oh, man, we're in a bad position here. Can't tell if that'll hit me or not. Assuming this would not. It did still get him. Oh boy. Range is too short. Here. Going to prevent them from casting. Zombo says invisible scam time. Welcome in, Zombo. How you doing? Hang on, guys. Okay, guys. I'm gonna sneak over here. Let's use our wand. You're doing great as always. Glad to hear that, Zombie. The Drider had dodged it with the blink. Success. It's a lot of experience, too. Some bracers. And a fine longbow. Take that. Potions of healing. Excellent. Faint glow around the outline here. You found a teleporter. Nice. Wrong way. All right, anything we need to ID here? All pike, cell, only a +1. Racer's armor class 3. That'll give us 700 experience. I'm gonna sell it. Fine longbow would be 833 experience. But let me see. I have someone that's proficient with longbow instead of composite longbow. He can't use it, he's too short. Draconic dude. Composite short bow. Short bow, light crossbow. I think I'll hang on to it. That I'll hang on to. Okay. Oh, that's right. Lodestone, ruby. Educcuser scroll with 1 spell. Go to the vault. We have 32,000 platinum. We need to start depositing some of this. Let's see. Fund. It'll cost 100,000. Money. Ah, he's so overloaded. He already did his estate. Funded it. 100,000. Okay. Take a while. Put in 10,000 out of the 100,000. We'll just put in 20,000 for now. We'll just do that over time. Take out 200 and deposit this. Okay. The auto map will actually be useful in this area. Vague shapes stir in the darkness. Combat. That was a good ice storm. 26 damage. Oh, the image of the raving madman. Or we could take on iron golems. So I think if you fight, the evil and neutral people will get experience, but the good won't. Try to answer the riddle, since we're mainly good. 2 little words gain entrance. You feel it, you never saw it, and never will. Oh gosh, this one always throws me. Because there's so many answers to this. Is it heartbeat? Is that what this one is? No. I've tried the wind before, and I think it doesn't work. There's like multiple answers that are logical for this, but the developers didn't think of it. And I thought I programmed in some to handle it. So the wind probably does work now. Yeah. I think it doesn't work in the original. Let's see. See. Pretty sure there's nothing in those. Prisoner screams as he's stretched over a rack. Rescue! Liver Best yells, the torture chamber is an illusion. We were almost surrounded by the enemy. Evil laughter echoes through the dungeon. Evil laughter as opposed to good laughter. Hey, Mr. Spock, welcome in. How are you doing? Tuesday equals Gold Box Day. Indeed. Glad you're doing well, Mr. Spock. Thank you. Is there any that I haven't hit? Nope. Oh, that one resisted. Sylvania lost his fireball. Yeah, they're too far away. They'll be out of range. Riders have some magic resistance. Uh, plus 4 arrows. Plate mail shield. Magic longbow. More potions and a magic user scroll. Trade. Need to get our golems back. Okay. Image of a raving madman forms before you. Very good. You are doing well. I'd like to introduce you to some of my special pets. Pyrohydras loom over you. Evil laughter echoes. Attack. Mr. Spock says, I'd hate to feed something with that many heads. Maybe only one needs to eat? Oh, yeah, he's going for the straw golem. Awesome. Can't hurt it. Evades. I stormed to death. Some goodies. Charm the Pyrohydro? Yeah, we could have actually. We could have tried. If they breathe on you, it's not good, which they can do. Gas trap. We got some items. Answer the riddle. Okay. You must keep it after giving it your word. Actually, I think this one might be a trap. I don't remember if this is a trap or if it's the gate. Yeah, we'll allow them to flee. There's a map. Okay, it is a teleporter. Good. Okay, the left side. Go ID and sell these items. I'll see my experience too. Getting close. Jimmy's only about 20,000 away. That's not bad. Okay. Speed up messaging here. Play mail +3. I'm going to take the experience. Shield +3, I'm going to hang on to. Longbow +2, sell. Scroll illusionist. See what's on it before I decide. Sell. Sell. Illusionist. A shard fork. Sell. Another illusionist. Studded leather. Is it +1? Yeah. So it's got veil, prismatic, wall, fear, and spook. That one we're definitely going to hang on to. So this one has suggestion, burning hands, monster summoning 1. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. I think suggestion we can scribe. Wrong way. This is what we're going to want to go in. Suggestion. Nice. Done these? No, we didn't do extension. Okay. Yeah, for level 3. Get rid of all the ice. Get rid of this. Okay. All right, we got the madman again here. Not sure I'm able to answer this riddle. Two words. It's light as a feather, but you can't hold it for more than 10 minutes. Your breath. Okay. Umber Hulks. Seen those for a little while. Yeah. Protection from evil for the win. Down he goes. You love the Umberhold graphics, Mr. Spock? Yeah, that's from Treasures of the Savage Frontier. Oh, it surrendered. I pulled it in from that game. Because the Secret of the Silver Blades one was pretty garbage. Let's let the Paladin go take that out. Hey, Mark, welcome in. How are you doing? All right, so this, we're actually missing an item we need. I never got the amulet. So I'll have to come back here at some point with the amulet. Which way do I want to go? I think I'm actually going to go into the base. Here? Yeah. You come upon a fighter as he defeats two others. He eyes you suspiciously and asks, You more of them black circle lackeys? Be friendly. He is mollified by your answer. He tells his captured friend, like, Black Circle laid an ambush for our party. Dear help, I certainly will. An honorable man, will you join me on my quest? Sure. Sure, Sir Derek. Level 10. Empty garden. The mine exit fight you can bypass in my remaster. So I didn't do it. Nothing of value here. Okay, Menacing Shadow. That's an Iron Golem, I believe. Yep. Who is thy master? Oh boy. I don't know if I know this. I'm going to say Olu. Since you do not know, I will instruct you, the Iron Golem animates. Breathe poisonous cloud. Alright. You're not going to be able to hit him. Neither can you. Jimmy can. Draconic dude can with one of his weapons. I guess it doesn't matter because I don't have another offhand +3. He does. Zombo can hit. You always thought of it as leveled and geared enough checkpoint? Yeah. Yeah, since you can transfer from all the games, I made it where you can do that. It's a lot easier to beat that. But yeah, if you either start in secret or only transferred from the other two, it's definitely more challenging. None of that's going to work. Sling +2 won't hit. Liver best can get him. Destroyed. Okay. Which way do I want to go here? You enter a kitchen. Interrupt him. Ah, those mages are making all this extra food. It's just another summoning. Elementals don't eat. I hope those driders like human food. Otherwise, it's scraps to the hounds. Appears to be a safe place to rest. Okay. If I need any spells here, I guess I did cast a fireball. Golem spells back. Empty cell. Strogon leaves the party. Okay, time to get some more out. Alter order. Let's move you up here. Young elf near death. He gestures for Sir Derek, who comes over and cradles his friend. Remember the illusionary walls. He holds out a key. Okay. This is I'm pretty sure this is an ambush. We're still going to take it. Okay, I think a lot of these guys are invisible, maybe. Let me check. Yeah, there's a whole bunch invisible right here. Riders. Those iron golems were a wake-up call when you first encountered them. Yeah, they're ridiculous. And they have poison gas they can breathe out too now that I implemented that. The SSI version was a little bit easier. Having leaned heavily on fireballs and sinking cloud throughout the game and then running into one that was healed by him. Yeah. Yep, fire heals them. Well, magic fire heals them. Yep, +3 weapons to hit. That's correct. It's really funny to lightning bolt a bunch of them to slow them down. Yeah. Indeed. There's probably more here that I haven't hit yet. Yeah, these right here are invisible. Reach with the all pike. Can't see them to do it. How far away are these? Yeah, I can't do ice storm. I need to move a little bit closer. There we go. Hey, Tailspire, welcome in. How are you doing? Thanks for the raid. Let me give a shout out here. What were you streaming? This is a sizable party. Yeah, yeah, I've got some golems created. But yeah, welcome in. Hey there, Explosion Architect. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm doing Iron Man run in the Gold Box remasters that I created. We're in Secret of the Silver Blades right now. Doing good? You had a super short stream trying Mega Man 11 on expert mode. I'm convinced I have some kind of input delay on it, so it's kind of annoying. Oh yeah, that would suck. It sucks when things are out of your control. Feels like you're not getting a fair play at the game. Yeah, we're doing Iron Man. I've beaten 4 of them. This is the 5th. Same party we transferred all the way through. And then next we'll be doing Death Knights of Kryn. That's the 6th one. If we can beat this one. Telspire says, every time you're playing a D&D game I've never heard of, it looks like the same game. Yeah, it's the same engine. So I've remastered 6 of the games. I'm working on the 7th. All in my same engine, so they will definitely all look same. Absolutely. All right, Jimmy, let's have you go with all pike. Did they release a ton of these on the same engine? Kind of, but no, they started to kind of split. So they started with Pool of Radiance, but then the engine evolved, and when they started doing some of the other games, they didn't keep all of them using the same engine. They upgraded, like the Gateway went one way, Kryn went another way, so it didn't all share the same common stuff. I think they had contractors doing some of the work, and they didn't plan it very well. But since I've remastered all these, I have them all in the exact same engine. So everything I add in benefits them all. Yeah, this isn't a mod. This is actually decompiled, converted source code from Curse of the Azure Bonds. I converted, well, it's converted to C Sharp. Someone else did a base conversion just directly from assembly to C Sharp. I took that source code and now I've greatly expanded it, and it's all in C Sharp. It runs on Windows instead of DOS. Yeah, the Savage Frontier games are their own engine too. You got Gateway and Treasures. Treasures is the one I'm working on right now. I've already done Gateway. Yeah, Gold Box is Goldish Box. That's right. You love C Sharp back in the day? Yeah, it's still used a lot. I use C Sharp and Java for pretty much anything I code. I have to do JavaScript and some stuff, but I definitely prefer Java or C Sharp. I can do pretty much anything with that. It was cool working with it in Unity, then deploying it to every platform under the sun. Yeah. Yeah, I was doing cross-platform in the mid-90s, late 90s with Java. Way ahead of its time. somewhere along the way you got spoiled by Python. It's more or less all you use anymore unless you're building some hacky webhook bridge. Yeah. They're surrendering. We did it. Okay, let's see here. Detect. Look up the magic stuff. We can get experience out of it later. There's a whip. It's not magical though. Nothing of value. I'm going to get rid of Sir Derek. He's hogging up experience. Driders. Mark says, outside of some PowerShell and Python for IT administration, I haven't done any programming since back in late 90s. Worked with developers enough over the years to absorb some of the concepts. Okay, we definitely need to use some wands here. I'll use necklace and missiles. We don't want these guys casting. Java pioneered a lot of stuff, Telspire says. I came to it late in the game and never got super into it because of how convoluted it was to get high performance, real-time rendering across different architectures. Yeah, back then, the only way you could really do that was with like either assembly or on Windows you could do direct draw, but in OpenGL was kind of a way to do it, but it really wasn't great cross-platform either, and direct draw would only work on Windows. So there was no great universal cross-platform way to do it unless you did assembly on all those platforms, which would be a nightmare. But Java actually became good with performance pretty quickly if you with graphics if you knew what you were doing. But you had to really know what you were doing. And you could get the source code to the virtual machine, the JVM it was called. So I actually did that back in Java version 1.4, I believe. And I tripled the speed of their rendering for a business I was working with. We did imaging. And so I just optimized their area averaging algorithm and tripled the speed. And we could get images rendering in like probably about a quarter of a second, which back then in the late 90s was very fast. So, but yeah, you had to know what you were doing. But since you could get the source code to the JVM itself, you could actually change anything. That was when Sun Microsystems owned Java before Oracle bought them out. Oracle actually bought them out quite late. Mr. Spock says, I generally only use plain old C nowadays. The idea of decompiling a game and redoing it in a modern code base is dang impressive. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I've done projects like that before, but I'm glad someone else had decompiled and converted that because that's kind of a tedious process. So I didn't have to do any of that. Probably saved me about 6 months of work realistically. So I could focus on actually modifying the real game. Bard's Tale mod that I made, I did all with a hex editor because I don't have the source code. And that took me, I want to say that took me about 3 to 6 months. I don't really remember for sure. I think the initial version I had done in about 3 months. And that's for all 3 games. That was super, super, super tedious. But no one else did it. Oh yeah, Silverlight. Yeah, I had to do some of that for a place I worked in. Microsoft's version of Flash. And it was so short-lived. They went all in on doing some graphs and reports and something in Silverlight. And I warned them. I said, Microsoft is notorious for coming up with a new technology and abandoning it like pretty quickly. And that's exactly what happened. Can't tell you how many times I warned the IT management about things and they never listen. I'm sure you've experienced that, Mark. Mr. Spock says, did the Bard's Tale construction set use the same engine as the original games? No, totally different. Yeah, it's absolutely totally different. And when I said I did the mod, it was for the remasters. That what's the name of the game company? Microsoft owns them now, but the remasters back in 2019. That's what I did my mods on. Ferran Brygo or Brian Fargo. He was the owner. Mark says management versus boots on the ground in IT? Never. Telspire says, in my limited experience, the older something was, the more reasonable decompilation is, because less likely it was to have one of those obfuscators. Yeah. The only thing is, people got better with coding modular code. So when you decompile some of the old stuff, it's garbage. Like, the coding is terrible. There's quite a bit in this engine that was pretty bad. I've refactored a lot of it. I mean, you can't blame them. They didn't know any better back then. Their experience with development was super limited. They just didn't really know how to architect things super well. So for the time when they did a fantastic job. But nowadays, you have so much better knowledge of architecture that you don't make the same kinds of mistakes. Telspire says, Flash lasted a lot longer. Honestly, I think Adobe should have continued supporting it as a business decision because nothing has come in to fill the gap. Could have cleaned up on commissioning transactions through Gotcha web portal stuff. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I think so many people started like freaking out about security issues with it. And I don't think they wanted to keep patching all the security problems. I suspect that's what's causing it. And another workplace I worked at, they constantly would freak out about Java security patches. And so they wanted to get away from Java. And it's like, okay, for one thing, you don't need to patch what you think you're needing to patch. There was just so many things that I tried to explain to them that they just couldn't they didn't either want to accept it or didn't believe it or what. But same thing I think kind of happened to Flash. Thank you, Mr. Spock. Yeah, In Exile. Yes. Mark says, I don't know about Flash from developer side, but in IT, Flash was horrific security nightmare. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and I mean, some of that stuff could be locked down depending on how you did it. You know, there's a lot of misconceptions about security, and security teams, they'll hear like one thing that happened because of how a web page was handling it, and then they freak out. And it's like, no, it's easy to fix that. They just want to always have everything upgraded to the exact latest version, even when it is completely unnecessary. it's it's just goofy. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Telspire. Yeah, see the yeah. I don't want to get on a soapbox about it, but there's a lot of really bad misconceptions with security related things. And they take the hatchet approach on most things, which is not good, but that's what they do. Mr. Spock says this software requires updates. That's crazy. Telspire says meant to say HTML5, not HTML. That's still true. Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah, HTML doesn't run any code. It's the browser running it. So that running something in HTML. So it's the browsers that are the problem, not the language or anything itself. Okay. More invisible driders. Holy moly. Okay, let's fireball these. I don't know if my necklace of missiles will reach, but we do have a wand of lightning bolts. I'm going to use that. They're lined up pretty nicely. It's saying it's still going to hit. Let's shoot it down here. I calculated in the bounce, so it should tell us when it goes back and hits the ones highlighted. It's oh, we just lost the ring of protection +3 on the paladin. He got zapped by that bolt. That was rough. Okay, can I see this guy? Can. Well, hopefully we have another ring of protection +3. I'm not sure I have another one of those. No, I have +2s in the vault. Hey, Liver Best, welcome in. How are you doing? So I just checked your website. Are you still working on that game, Forteverse? It is, yes, but I haven't in the past year because I've been doing these remasters. But yeah, it's definitely going to happen after I finish these remasters. The base engine for Forteverse is about 85% done, I'd say. In fact, I had an arena up for a few of my friends that wanted to test for me a while back. Got them all. That's my long-term project since I created everything in that from scratch. I've been working on that game for years. Yeah, they're already free downloads, Liverbest. You can download the first 6, and I'm working on the 7th now. And after I finish that, there's only 2 left. And there's Unlimited Adventures too, which I will take a look at, but depending on if that's even possible, I may not even give it an attempt. Because I don't know what to expect with that one. Because that's the one where you can make your own games. So I'm thinking it's drastically different. But I will take a look at it. And I may take a break and start working on my own game again. Before I take that one on. So Jimmy's do a level up. But yeah, Liverbest, you can go to my Discord server. As long as you own the original Goldbox games, get them on Steam or GOG or whatever, the DOS version. That's all I check for. And then my versions will run. So you just run my version. It doesn't actually execute anything in the old games. It's just to check that you own the rights to them. So that whoever owns that property right still makes their money. All right, guys. So I think that's all I'll do for now. I'm going to go ahead and do a raid here if you're into that. Let's see who can send you over to. Let's send you over to Jeff. Jeff Retainment. He's playing Dragon Warrior 4 still. So we'll go from RPG to RPG. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.